Inside Out, a movie that literally turned me inside out and then left me a crumbling wreck of destruction and weepiness. But it was really good. Hey guys, I am Torchwood and you should know that or you are. So Inside Out stars Amy Poehler as the inside of your head, Joy. It's basically a movie about what goes on inside our heads, and while I can understand kids would enjoy it, as an adult watching it myself, I found it even better than what I imagined kids watching it. There was so much depth and so much life to this movie that it just blew me away. It absolutely blew me away. I was at one point actually crying, actually not even just like when tears are running out, actually crying, because it was just so much the feels. And this movie is the amalgamation of the feels. It is the utter, just everything that you could want in a movie, and an actual literal plot point is the feels. And it's such an amazing kind of recognition, because everything you see, like, at first I thought when I saw the characters, so you say you've got joy, sadness, disgust, fear and anger, I thought, well, why is there only one happy one and four sad ones, or sort of four bad ones, should I say? But when you sort of see their roles, you realise that that's not just their only role. For example, Joy is in charge of making happy memories, keeping us smiling, but she doesn't know how to do the other things, and when it doesn't, it's not the time to be happy, when it's a time for sadness. Sadness, who doesn't really know her role. I should probably say, sorry, spoiler alert actually now, because I don't do spoiler-free reviews. It's a spoiler-full review. I'll put that in the title. Sadness, who doesn't know her role until the very end, realizes that you need sadness to be able to work with joy, because if you don't, you can't have one without the other, and together it creates the feels. And that was amazing. You've got disgust, who keeps you looking good, who looks after you, who knows when you shouldn't do something because it's bad for you, or like food or dress sense and stuff like that, like your personality. Then you've got fear, who like keeps you out of harm's way. I thought fear would be like, oh, I'm scared of this, I'm scared of that, but it's not. It's just keeping you out of harm's way and stopping you from falling and making you like adrenaline and stuff like that. And then you have anger. Anger sort of is just anger, pretty much. He doesn't really know what he's doing, and I felt that out of all five of the main characters, he was the weakest one, surprisingly, Anger. But I still enjoyed the performance, and I still thought they all did it exceedingly well in their roles. Coming back to Joy, I did not realise it was Amy Poehler who was playing it until the very end, after I checked and saw the credits. I actually thought it could be Melissa McCarthy, but it wasn't. It was Amy Poehler, and I was pleasantly surprised, because I do love Amy Poehler and Tina Fey. But Amy Poehler really stole the show as Joy. I'm not going to go into like the human characters, because I feel I want to talk more about the inside, and I'll leave that sort of story to another time. But just the journey that this movie takes you on is unbelievable, because you see things and you go and you laugh out loud, because you know that you've done them. Like, you thought about when you see like something you really hate and you're like, oh, I don't want that, and then you realise, oh my god, that's disgust. Or you put a top on and you go, no, that just doesn't work, and it's disgust, and that is what disgust does. And it was such a perfectly well timed plan. The movie got really sad during one bit of it, where Joy and the elephant, whose name I forgot, are stuck in the whole forgotten memories area, and they have to fire out, and the imaginary friend had to leave Joy behind. The imaginary elephant had to leave Joy behind so that she could escape, because he wasn't needed anymore. And it was amazing, because you think about how you let things go and how many memories we must have forgotten, and whether we have that sort of giant hole where they still could be recovered if we really, really wanted them to, but otherwise it's just totally forgotten. And I think it just worked really well. And at the end, when happiness, joy and sadness are together, and they're mixing joy and sadness, that is what the feels are. When you feel joy and sadness at the same time, it renders you just an emotional wreck. And it just showed you that the feels are just this thing that are just an amazing sort of experience to feel. and I don't really know how to say it. It just left me so happy. I usually leave films wanting more, but this film left me so happy, and I was like, it was only an hour and a half, only 90 minutes, and I was like, wow, that was just amazing. You sort of watch yourself in this film, and you think it's just like, I don't know, because the film is so good. I can't pick anything wrong with it. But I loved the way that they played Joy off as not really knowing what to do with sadness. So she sort of stands her to one side and she's like, right, you stay over there, because she feels she doesn't need it, because she doesn't know what sadness does. Whereas sadness wants to just touch the memories. And Joy's like, no, you'll make them sad, you'll make them sad. But in the end, that's what they need, so that mum and dad will come and comfort her and make them happy again. And that's the feels. That is the feels. That's the feels. It was just such an amazing movie. I'm not going to talk too much about it. But yeah, I will give it a 10 out of 10 quite easily. It's possibly my favourite film this year. Easily. Yeah, an excellent movie. I hope you guys will go and see it. It is out now in most parts of the world. If not, it comes out on Friday the 24th. For the other parts, thank you for watching this short but sweet review. I hope you go and watch Inside Out, because it is an amazing movie, and hopefully if you watch this and you're alright with spoilers. But if you're just watching this because you haven't seen the film and you kind of wanted to know what it's about, and you wanted to know about spoilers, because if you're taking a kid with you, I guarantee you will probably have more fun than the kid. Have a great time. I love you all. I will see you in the next video, and